In this video, we're going to be talking about the dreaded flip that everybody struggles with that I see, and how you can start working on that and correcting it to hit the ball solid and hit it farther and straighter. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you here. Thanks again for joining us on this video. Again, if you like our tips, you want to hear more, we would love to hear from you. So in the comments below, make sure you comment below what you would like to hear us talk about, hear me talk about, whether you want to see some 3D information or just fixing some different areas of your game, short game, putting, whatever. We'd love to go over that for you and help you out in playing better golf in 2019. So please do that, and make sure you click that subscribe button down below, and make sure you don't miss any of those upcoming videos that we have. So today we're talking about the dreaded flip. Okay, so kind of a common thing I see it all the time with players. It's got a lot of things that cause a lot of problems. One, it's really hard to make solid contact. A lot of times you're going to hit the ball, right in the middle of the ball, hit kind of that bladed shot. You're going to lose a lot of power because you're adding loft to the club. And so, for those that don't know what we're talking about this position here, coming into the ball. Why do we flip it? And so what we want to start looking at is the main causes first. What do I see that makes people flip it, okay? So there's really going to be two major ones that cause a flip. One is going to be we have too much pressure on our trail foot too late in the downswing, all right? Or we never get it to our front foot ever. So what I'll see is people come down, they're hanging back, they're going to hit the ground, and there's an effort to try to shorten the swing a little bit, get to the ball, and hopefully make some contact. It's a last-second prayer that what I think happens is your body is really good at organizing what's going on and saying, you know what, we got a problem, and it knows you're trying to hit the ball first, and it does its best, and that's its solution. So that's one of the biggest reasons I see it. The other one I'm going to see is I'm going to see it because people have the face way too open or too late in the downswing, okay? So when they're coming down, face is open, and there's a lot of reasons why it could be open, previous points in the swing, but they're coming down and they're trying to square the club face too late, okay? It's just a late, last minute, let's see if we can square it. I hope it works. Again, your contact's going to suffer. You're usually going to pull it. Sometimes you slice it. I mean, it just goes really bad when that happens. So we'll see that as we go. So again, some sort of late downswing movement. So those are kind of the main causes. So what do we do to fix it? Okay. Now, when we see really good strikers, we do see something that's a little bit more, hands leading, good impact. We usually see people have a little bit of pivot and their body's open to the target. And I always have people ask me, well, how do I do that? I want that. And okay, so we've got to start by, if we want impact to look like that, the first thing we want to see is, or we want to understand is that that's a position, that is a picture amongst a bunch of motions. We've taken a picture, that's something that can be really, really, really tough sometimes as we look at a still frame and we forget about all the motion that made it possible. And so we're going to be focusing on our trail hand. So for me, my right hand, as we do this, if I'm going to get to a position where I am not flipped at impact, okay, and I make contact with the ball, all right, if I'm going to get here, I actually have to do pretty much the exact opposite of what I think is. So when I get back here, I need to make the club pivot. When we look at 3D graphs, what we see is the wrists are always changing, what we would call extension for your right wrist, flexion. This part of your wrist is extended. When you go back, it's going to get extended and it's going to go into flexion. Now, it does this motion. So it does the flipping motion, okay? The problem I see is I see people, they try to stop it from happening as they go through their swing. They're going to get up here, it's extended, they try to hold. That leaves a lot of problems because one of them being the face is open and then they got to flip to square it up. When in reality, if I just took this golf club, and this is one of my favorite drills to do, is we just take this club and I just say, okay, you're going to go back, you're going to flip as hard as you can. Get it to flip. And I want you just to make contact with the ball. Okay, so we're going to go back, flip it, get it to hit the ball. Okay, it doesn't matter how good you hit it, it's just making the swing. Okay, so we'll do it again. Back, flip it. So my effort is to get the club to start flipping. We always put them on video, and what do we always see? That club starts to lead, your hands start to lead that club into the ball. We don't see the flip at impact, okay? So what it really is it's an understanding of how you're moving this golf club, having a better understanding. My left hand's doing the same, it's just doing the opposite. But if I start to understand how we move this club, those positions start happening because I'm putting the proper forces into the golf club, making it move how I want, and then all of the positions start to happen. So that would always be the first thing that we work on is just throw it. Throw it from right here and see what happens, okay? Now, when we put the left hand on, we try to keep it just as simple as that. Feel the right hand again, just throwing it. Just adding the left, doing the same thing. And we'll just hit a little bit, okay? And all of a sudden, we'll show you a picture of it here. It's pretty darn good looking impact position. That's not flipped at all. Yet again, what I'm feeling is the exact opposite of what the pictures look like. And again, I think that's something that we see a lot when we start talking about the golf swing. We start talking about the golf swing. A lot of people want the picture to look a certain way. How you achieve it is really the opposite feel. And so it's important to work with video for that reason, because when you feel something, you want to kind of have some verification like, okay, hey, that works. That's what I'm trying to get to. But if you're going to try to copy a picture, you're going to run yourself into a lot of problems, because what the picture looks like is definitely not what it feels like as you're hitting a shot, okay? Now, the second thing that we said was, I see people that flip is they've got their weight too far back. Well, what we're going to start adding to this is just as I go, before I start to throw with my hand, just like I was going to throw in baseball, I'm going to add just a little bit of a shift towards my front side. Okay, we're not talking about rotation yet. We're just talking about slide a little bit, and that's kind of a taboo word in golf where it's like, all right, don't slide. Well, you need some slide. You have to. It's just when you do it, you want it early. Okay, so when I go back, I gotta get some slide into it, or else I'm always gonna hit behind it, and I'm gonna have some compensations that come from it. So we're gonna take our right hand throw drill, but we're just gonna add in a little bit of slides. So I'm going to be going through there. And then as I do really good there, I'll put two hands on, just work on, again, throwing with the right hand. Okay? And then I'll add it all the way up into a full swing, just trying to do the same thing. But you're going to be amazed at how when we do all these forces and these torques in the golf swing, and the club likes to move a certain way, how all these positions start to come together. Now, for kind of a little bonus here of what we're talking about, I always see this, people ask me two other questions. How do I get open? How do I get turned? And we just did a video on that where we talked about, all right, if you're going to get open, you better get to this left side first, and then you can open. But the other one is shallowing the club. Well, if we go ahead and shallow, if I'm doing this drill, if I'm really throwing, so we're going to change our angle here, you're going to notice in the change of direction, I'm not trying to actively, I'm actually trying to work the club back out this way. But because of the change of direction, that club starts getting shallowed out because I'm starting to work the club the proper direction, okay? The change of direction will start to happen. So we can start getting shallow there. Another thing we're going to point out is I'm not actively trying to turn. I'm literally trying to just shift and throw this club with my right hand. But what you'll notice as I come through, I do get pivoted and I get open here on even just a little swing. Well, what's happening there, my right arm, as it starts to throw, eventually it's going to run into my body, okay? call that some adduction. And guess what? That's going to start pulling me across. Okay? So that's just some of the stuff we see. I'll get more people to turn and get more open with this type of understanding of impact, and they hit it really good, and they have less thoughts, and they just feel like, wow, I'm not even trying to do anything, but the club's just whipping through, and they got that better impact position. They're not flipping anymore. And hey, guess what? Bonus, a couple of the other things that they want to see are starting to happen. So getting a feel for how your right wrist works, or your trail wrist, if you're a lefty, it would be your left wrist. Trying to get a feel for how that works, how that actually is not trying to hold off at all. We're trying to throw away all this angle as fast as we can. If we do that, you're going to be amazed at how you get to that position, and then add in a little bit of slide. Just make sure it's early enough to get to where you're not going to hit behind the ball. If you do that, you're going to fix two of the major reasons that I see people flip and struggle to make good contact. So we want you to give that a try. Please make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know how it goes for you. Also, again, make sure you leave us some questions down below. We want to know what you think, and we want to know what you want to know more about. Again, if you want some 3D, we have 3D graphs, all that available. We can get that out with our sensors. We also can get on PuttLab, any of that stuff, showing you what you want to know about your game. So make sure you leave us a comment, and again, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming videos. So again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully this helps you stop flipping it a little bit, hitting the ball better, hitting it farther, having more fun, and having a better golfing year in 2019. Thanks for watching.